I went to the mailbox the other day and is anybody watching yet? I can't tell with these dang glasses. Who's watching? Is anybody watching? I need these glasses to see the numbers. Oh, nobody watching yet. Uh-huh. I figured somebody. I think the other guys were all done streaming. I tried checking. Maybe that house husband's bitch. Maybe he's streaming. I don't know. But anybody out there? Yeah, there's somebody. Let me see what's going on here. Who's there? Jack, hey Jack, and Captain Marvel, and Dawn, and Stephens, yeah. Oh, I knew you would do that. You know, he was watching me, waiting for me to start streaming so that he could harass the crap out of me and demand to get out. And that aggravates me, Jack. You picked the worst time. Worst time, Jack. Oh, dang. Just a minute. I'll let his ass out. Oh, I need a regular fucking house with a dog door. You can't put a dog door on an RV, really, you know? Because you'd be going down the highway and the dog will jump out the door. But anyhow, I went to my mailbox, as I was trying to say before Jack interrupted me. And there's like an extra package in the mail. I said, what's the heck's in here? What the heck's in here, huh? And this is the Togo. We got a stuffed Togo bird, custom made stuffed Togo. Yeah, isn't that lovely? Thank you, Jess. So that's awfully sweet, you know. Somebody thinking about Togo, send me a stuffed Togo from. It's from. I need my glasses. And made this too. The face mask with the. It's a 420 face mask. Now I need my regular glasses so I can see. So, and again, this came in the mail. This $20 leather hat. I figured it goes with my other mask. Where'd my other mask go? Here it is. So this hat goes with this mask. Get the glasses off. Take the hat off. So we can put the hat on, the mask on. And this hat goes with that mask. See? Now it's like spy versus spy, you know? But it's a plague doctor, and they had a wide brim hat like that, you know? Okay. So, anyhow, before I get all sidetracked and whatever, Togo was made by Joe's daughter, Jess, who has a little business, and she calls these, I need the glasses again, cool critters. So if you look up Cool Critters on Etsy, Etsy or Cool Critters Etsy, you'll find her page. And she has a variety of like gremlins and things. I'm going to get this so he's going to be right back here, you know. He has his little Togo tag on him, his red tail. And I'm going to show you Jess's page. Let's see. I almost hit the wrong button. Where's my swap around? There's my swap around. There. So you go to Cool Critters on Etsy, and you know, go there, show her, you know, support her a little bit. She's got these little critters and stuff, and a shirt, and I got the card and a little Cool Critters sticker. And she said, you know, so no, I know people got kids that would love to have one of these. I actually have a little fuzzball around here that I don't know what happened to it though. I don't know where it went. I had a little, it was like a Tribble from Star Trek. But go support her on her Etsy page. I said, let's see what's on the number 2. There's Wuhan, the bat. The bat. Wuhan bat. No, I'm kidding. But I think it is a bat. Yeah, it is a bat. So I wasn't making fun of it. It's a bat. No, Wuhan's yeah. But so yeah, go support Jess's Etsy page, and that was it. 2 pages of products. But apparently she can make a custom stuffed animal for you if you like, I guess. Unless you have to be special to get those. But yeah, go to her Etsy page, support her and her Cool Critters. What's this guy? He's a black on black nugget. Oh, that's Nugget, huh? He's like a Tribble. They're all like, they're kind of like Tribbles with character. She use that for a keyword, Jess. Use the word Tribbles. Put that in as a search term keyword. And she's got a t-shirt with her Cool Critters logos. Okay. So, I'm just trying to switch the view around. Bill is having fun, Jack. Yeah. Don said, someone shared it with me, just passing along. Someone asked. Okay. I'm trying to get this on. And this is the other thing I got, but the 420 Corona mask. So this is what you wear to the dispensary. And I was so the title was about the where are the clues in the book. Each chapter is are clues. Just about every chapter there's clues. These are stories of his, and his stories are depicted on the canyon walls, his memoirs. You're looking for his memories on the canyon walls. Those are what the clues are. His memories are the clues. If you can find those memories out there on the canyon wall, you win. They're the trove. um, yeah, I got banned. I got kicked out of the cancer I have is polycythemia vera, and I got kicked out of the polycythemia vera group today for posting a a thing about the hydroxychloroquine and zinc, and a doctor on the news. It was a video, a doctor on the news. All it was a clip of the video from the news. I shared it on that page, and man, all the haters, all the liberal haters came out from under their bullshit. I wouldn't say rock. A rock is too decent for them. They live under bullshit. People say, "You're gonna find the treasure, gonna find the treasure." No, I was just explaining the trove you seek is not the treasure. It's his memories on the canyon walls. His memories are on the canyon walls, and I found many of them. When I showed him the video of Forrest Fenn's totem, and he says there's 40 of them, right? Meaning there's 40 blazes out there. Idiots that thinking there's one blaze. I'd say I'm going to declare you idiots if you think there's only one blaze. You got to be an idiot. There are tools. If you need toilet paper, Cynthia made you deliver. I got 20 something. I got about 24 rolls under my cabinet, and it takes me probably a week to go through one. You know, I think I'm good for the year. 5 of 10 for so. It unless you've found his memories on the canyon walls, you haven't found anything. That's the truth of the matter. His memories, his memoirs, the thrill of the chase. The thrill is finding his memories on the canyon walls. Because the thrilling thing isn't necessarily that it's his memories. The thrilling thing is that it's remnants left over from Ice Age Atlantis. People just, I can't believe the unbelievable. It's unbelievable that somebody would find Atlantis in this treasure hunt. The truth is stranger than fiction. Nobody will believe the truth because it's something they've been told never to believe. If people think Atlantis is a myth, no, it's real. They loved elephants. They worshipped elephants in conjunction with what I think is a fact. It's not a fact at all. It's just an intention that I have. Nothing but a hunch. Yeah. Well, I've got the Buffalo Cowboy car. It's dark outside, or I'd take you out there and show it to you again. I've got a video finding the Buffalo Cowboy car, Skippy's car, you know. And when you find all this stuff, and I don't just have one piece of the puzzle, I got 50 of them or so, you know. 9 freaking years sitting in the front texting device. It's in front of a texting device. Yeah. I use my computer more than the phone. I use my phone for watching videos because Verizon don't let me share my phone's data with my computer. They limit that drastically. Yeah. Well, my phone is the texting device, really, and it's. I was just thinking about that, Forrest, wanting people off their texting devices, and the chase might have got a lot of people off their texting devices, but it glued him to his. Reading all them emails and 150,000 emails. He's spent a lot of time on his texting device, hasn't he? Choose yes. So each of these stories, and that's the other thing. People go, oh, he's mentioned Montana, Yellowstone, yeah, Montana, Yellowstone, Montana, New Mexico. Okay, I just watched the video about the Texas chapters. The guy did a little thing, and some people put him down, but he makes a nice video. He knows what he's doing there when he's putting together a video. He's a good presenter. I'd say that. Better presenter than I am. I'm too. What is it? More like a blacksmith presenter, kind of rough on the edges. It's getting warm in here. Turn that down a notch. Yeah, that one started off slowly. So anyhow, everybody's the Montana, Yellowstone. What about the stories in Texas in here? Where are the Texas clues? They're not in Yellowstone. They're not in Montana. They're not in New Mexico. Where is the Vietnam clues? Vietnam? Well, his stories in Vietnam are here in Colorado too. They're on the canyon walls. All of these stories are on the canyon walls. Bessie Bessie is the double blazes, bing bink, and upside down, that's a cow udder, And when I took a picture of the double blazes cow udder, and when you flip the picture upside down, you see the cats. Yeah. Smell the sunshine. He does a nice job on his videos. He hasn't talked about solutions to what's in his. He's reviewed over the chapters and stuff, and he's missed a lot of the clues that he's read about. And then Dances with Ghosts. Hey, Dances with Ghosts. I was a ghost once for maybe 2 minutes, and it might have been longer, I don't know, but it seemed like 2 minutes, and floated around. This was like 1979, or about 79, or no, it was 1982. 1982. I had this, I had an out of body thing and grabbed for the doorknob, and my hand went through the doorknob. So, oh shit, I'm a ghost, and I was back in my body, back in my cold body. Chasing the rain, reading rainbow, yeah. Hey, North Face. Trump. Yeah, he's cleaning the house. All the states declared an emergency, and so he's using emergency powers. Just what he needed to clean up the swamp. An NDE. I'm trying to remember what an NDE is. Non-disclosure. An NDA is non-disclosure agreement. NDE, I don't know. I'm taking this cell phone where I can have a keyboard. Hey, Joe, were you here when at the beginning? You'll have to come back and watch the beginning. Thank you very much, Joe. And tell Jess I said thank you. I covered her. I showed everybody her Etsy page, and I showed everybody the Etsy page and stuff. And so there should be hopefully some people going to Cool Critters. I'll bring it up again a little later. I got the, yeah. Yeah. Um, what else was I watching? Hey, yeah, I watched a thing. A guy, this lawyer, he does videos about legal things, and he brought up that the courts are doing some stuff in video conferencing, and lawyers are showing up in bed and stuff like that. And he said he's telling him he's a judge had put out a message, and in all caps and quotes, lawyers, wear your clothes to court. When they do their court Zoom thing for court, their lawyers doing it in their underwear and whatever, you know. They need to. They need to. He's telling them all, you got to put on some clothes before you come to video court, even, you know. Roosters get a crack at the winner. And people say, well, go get it if you know. The treasure chest isn't the trove. The trove is something different from the trove is a trove of memories. Dinner bubbles. I saw someone on Facebook. Their last name was Biddy. My nose is doing real good. The left side it has about half of the air capacity of the right. The right's like that's like a hose going down to my lungs, but the left is a little clogged, and breathing out it's like there's a flap closing the door or something. I don't know. Rooster and alligator on that. Oh yeah, what state of the Fort Hunt treasure of the 4 search states, which one has an alligator farm? Only one of them do. The other 3 states don't have alligator farms. You want to talk about Beowulf? You can't be talking about New Mexico or Montana or Wyoming. Colorado, yeah, the alligator farm's only, it's about 25 miles north of me. It's right by Highway 17, about even with the sand dunes. Your farm has alligators in Wyoming? Is it in Wyoming or Montana? I'm saying of the 4 search states, which states have alligator farms? Or what does it say? X chance. What's that? A singles page? Louisiana. Oh yeah. Louisiana. You call them speed bumps, right? Yeah, I was down. I worked for Oceaneering in Morgan City, and I lived in Bayou Vista. And so when I took the job down there, I didn't know. I'm from city, you know. So I moved, got the job there. I went out to have a few drinks one Friday night and met a woman and we took advantage of the company motel I was staying in. Anyhow, and every time when it was time, every time at just the right time, the train across the street would drive by and go, woo, 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 you know? That guy in the train, he must have known what was going on in that room. but anyhow, so you move, you go to a new little small town, and you meet a woman, and at the local club, small little bars in Morgan City, and anyhow, her it turned out she was divorced from somebody else that worked where I had my job, and so it was about 2 or 3 months. It took about 2 or 3 months for the guy to find out who was seeing his ex-wife, and I was fired from the job because of the little asshole and shit, because he couldn't handle that he lost his woman and somebody else had her. So I lost that job, and then I got a job in Florida with Time Warner Telecom, designing my fiber optic networks, and I went there. I got a 1-bedroom apartment on. I think it was it was an Irish lake, Killarney, Lake Killarney in Orlando. I had an apartment on the lake, and there's a swimming pool. It looks like you could swim out of the swimming pool right into the lake, but there's alligators in the lake. And anyhow, so I was there, and the girlfriend from Louisiana come to live with me in my 1-bedroom apartment, and maybe 2 weeks, a month later, her daughter tried slicing her wrists and tried killing herself back in Louisiana. So I had this apartment by myself for a couple of weeks, and the girlfriend come out there. She was there a couple of weeks, and her daughter tries committing suicide, and then her daughter had come live with, and so all three of us in this 1-bedroom apartment. This place is too small for all of us. We need a bigger place. So, I had the job and the money, and I got a nice apartment on Lake Altamont. and you could jump off the patio into the lake if you wanted. But you got to watch out for the tree on the way. And my treasure dog out here barking, demanding get in. Come on. He's in. Coyotes. I think there'll be some blue-eyed coyotes out here pretty soon. Jack's got his treat sticking out of his mouth like a cigar. Okay. So, and I got my RC car set up for the next ride. It's got the 360 camera on it. So next time I do an RC car video, it's gonna it'll be from this. It'll be a 360 video, and this ain't coming off. This ain't gonna fall off like the GoPro did. It's screwed on. So yeah, I'm gonna do an RC. It's got a. Where's the body? Where's the body, Jack? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little. So that'll be interesting. It's charged up and ready to go. It was just 35, 45. The wind got up 45 today. So anyhow, about the clues in the book, every chapter is a clue. All of it, his stories are on the canyon walls. Some of them are shown in the drawings. Some of them are described in the stories, and there's no drawing, but you see what he's described in the book on the canyon wall, like the teacher waking him up at his desk. The title of the book is a clue, and in that the dust jacket. Dang thing telling me that. Okay, the dust jacket down here, it tells you what the thrill of the chase is. It's the thrill of a breathtaking discovery. Now, you might find his stories on the canyon walls, but his stories aren't exactly what the breathtaking discovery is. The breathtaking discovery isn't his treasure chest either. The breathtaking discovery is the ancient art from the Ice Age and Atlantis. Some people, I can't believe Atlantis. I just can't believe that. Military-related code sent. Rockfish. I heard some fish joke the other day. 360 supercomputers. 360 super camera. The post office is always a day late. Guaranteed by Thursday. Nope. Didn't show up. If I go on orders, because I couldn't find that camera. And I got some other 360 camera. It came real cheap, but it came with two of them. But yeah, departed Denver yesterday on Wednesday, was due by the 16th here, but it takes 2 days they put it on a 2-day truck from Denver to here. I don't know what other stuff used to come. It was a 1 day. It was there in the morning. If it left Denver the night before, it'd be here. But they're sending it from Denver, and somebody's sleeping on it over a day, and the post office is really screwed up. I hope they fix that when they fix the rest of government. And yeah, there was a doctor. He said he had a patient who was in ICU, dying from this COVID-19 stuff, and he gave him hydroxychloroquine and zinc, and he's recovering right away. He started recovering right away. And so I posted that to the polycythemia vera group on Facebook, and I was attacked left and right by lefties. and so, that guy died from. It's like, you're so ignorant. You don't know that guy had taken hydroxychloroquine from a fish store, from an aquarium store, and went home, and hydroxychloroquine phosphate is what that is. The prescription hydroxychloroquine is hydroxychloroquine sulfate. So you're talking beer and whiskey, you know. I think I can. That I had a picture. Oh, okay. This one I had. I'll show you this on the screen here, computer. Turn this around. So, there's a pointer, screwdriver. See, here's one guy laying here with the chest on his chest. This guy, there's his head. And there's other figures here next to him. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 heads there. There's somebody over here. But when he says me in the middle, I'm thinking, which one of these guys is in the middle? There's 2 people in the middle here. But this is one of my prime search areas, right down at their feet. When he says, look, and he's saying, Look down at your feet. Look down at their feet. You know, but this guy here, yeah, this guy, he's got a zipper mouth. That's a mountain. You can see the trees. See the trees down here? These are all trees. And there are trees up there. And this is 1,000-foot karst. And Moses is right over here. The Sea World. Or the Sea World. I used to live right behind Sea World in Florida. I lived on Westwood Drive, just south of Sea World, when I worked for Time Warner in Orlando. And that was 1999, and I partied like it was 1999. Yeah, I've lived in Vermont. I've lived up in Ontario, Canada for 4 months. I've lived in New Hampshire for about a year or so. A, zinc are a good idea. Yeah, I take C, D, A, E, and Z. I take all of those. I haven't had no virus problems. Drink some milk. Drink some milk. Now, I quit drinking milk a couple of years ago. Take the mask off because I'm getting warm. I'm getting warm. Look at this hat. It's got nice lining inside, and it's my and it's got the clips to take these up, and I can do let's see, snap. I can do that with it. Oh, what's hanging on here? My glasses. Yeah, lactating. Well, maybe you got a puppy or a kitten you can help out there, Chris. Aussie style. The cow got milk tonight. Oh, man, what cow are you milking? Nice hips too. Hey, Paul. Paul's in here. Oh, Paul Wood. I Paul. Maybe Paul Wood is Paul. I don't know. Take his coat off too. It's like, what is it in here? 70 down here, 75 up here. It's 5 degrees difference in about 2 feet. 2 feet 11. So it's 5 degrees difference every 2 feet. So down at the floor, it's probably 63 or something. And I was gonna find these other drawings, and if anybody's new and been in here a while, this is Togo. Joe's daughter made him. He's from look up Cool Critters on Etsy, and she has other little stuffed animals and like gremlins and or Tribbles from Star Trek and gremlins and things like that. But yeah, he's got little feet and he's got his red tail. He's got a funky beak. You got a funny looking pecker. Bats. Yeah, she has some bats too. You call them Wuhan bats. Joe, tell that's a Wuhan bats. Put Wuhan bats for people to. It just as a tag that drag people. Tag word. It'll get people to come to her site, and they can buy the little Wuhan bat. Dances with ghosts. Yeah, Wuhan bats. and make a little coronavirus thing. It's a little ball like the others. It came from China. Yeah. It's the Wuhan virus. It came from it's kind of there are people trying to blame Trump for the virus. He had nothing to do with it. He cut down flights from China when they were saying no, don't do it, and he did it, and that saved us. It would have been a lot worse here if he didn't. And right now he's told Nancy, either you come back to work or you ain't got a job. He'll put them all on permanent vacation. He's got superpowers. The virus helped him gain more power. Oh, we're going to release this virus and throw the world into chaos, and that'll get him out of office. They just gave him more power. He said, call it China virus. Yeah, and I didn't get my freaking stimulus check. Mine didn't come. They said if you have Social Security, it'll go straight to your, it'll be deposited just like your Social Security is. Nope, that's a freaking lie. I went to the IRS, filled out the thing and all that to get, I ain't seen nothing yet, but when I filled it out online, the IRS stuff, error, is no matter how I fill it out, it's error. And it's like, so, okay. And they send me, the email. You got to error and you got to fix it. I said, how about I just call my senator? I know people that have gotten their money. When I went to fill up my propane, the guy filling up my propane tank, I got my stimulus. They got theirs. It's if you nuzzle your nose up in the IRS's ass, then you got your check. If you're just getting Social Security, we're going to put you through the ringer to get yours. I know other people on Social Security got theirs, and so I should be getting mine. I'm gonna call my senator every day. Starts next week. No, when I watched the press conference on Monday, and one of them minions in the press conference, he said, those who have received income from Social Security will get theirs by Wednesday. You will have your deposit by Wednesday. And I'm not getting a check. I'm direct deposit. I've been getting direct deposit for Social Security for 5 years. There's no excuses why I haven't gotten mine yet, other than a bunch of delinquents working for the government. No more money. Yeah, and there's a new bill that in June, this is going to jump from $1,500 a month to $2,000 a month. So, yeah, they're dragging their ass, and I ain't gonna stand for. You see, I got a call Monday. Well, first before Monday, last year, they said your oxygen goes to 75 at night when you're sleeping. You need a sleep study. I couldn't sleep in the sleep study because my body's afraid to go to sleep because I'm going to starve from oxygen. You know, so that's part of the reason I have trouble. One reason I have trouble going to sleep. My body doesn't want to because I'm healthier staying awake and breathing and relaxing for 6 hours a day and resting. I had more energy than sleeping because I don't sleep good, and now my oxygen goes down to 65 at night. But anyhow, my doctor ordered oxygen for me, and I had to call the VA 3 weeks later. Where's my freaking oxygen? And still I don't have it. But the guy was going to deliver my oxygen on Monday, and he figured out before he delivered it that I was off grid and I don't have reliable electricity. And he was bringing me a concentrator that needs like 250 watts of power to frickin' run. You know, I said, can't you get me a portable one that I can charge with my 12-volt batteries in the day and keep it running on that 12 volts until that 12 volts dies and it switches to the internal battery on the portable oxygen? No, we can't get you portables. But so we're looking to getting you liquid oxygen and stuff, right? But my plan with the stimulus was to get a reliable generator for, I found a nice one. It's like $450 for a 4,000 watt generator, and it'll run my heater. I won't have to run propane in here and stuff, which the propane is kind of with the oxygen, you don't really want to open flame anyhow. So with that 4,000 watt generator, I can run electric heaters and run the oxygen concentrator. I hear him. I got my Winchester, Daisy Winchester. I heard a mouse. and the mice know what the mousetrap is. They know what that mousetrap, and they avoid the mousetrap. But they'll come out to Jack's food bowl to grab some dog food. And that's when I pop them. It's only a BB gun, shoots BBs. What you doing, Jackie? Go back up there and lay down. If I touch this thing, he comes over and gets in my face. What are you doing, shooting mice again? But yeah, I got a couple of mice the other day, and I couldn't hear them up, and I couldn't hear them. They get in the ceiling, and drive you nuts. Yeah, that's why you got to kill them. They don't understand. Okay. So all Forrest Fenn's stories are on the canyon walls. And those are clues. His stories, the story itself is clue. This teacher waking him up at his desk. There he is, sleeping on his desk. Teacher standing there with the school book over his desk. Wait, are you sleeping, Forrest? His pile of airplanes. His story about Thoth. There's Thoth. His story about Osiris and Osiris's penis. There's Osiris holding his penis, Ask me something. Oh, you're talking to them. I don't have anything to ask you. I don't know anything about your bar butt stool. Bar butt stool? Is that Barbasol? Like tee shots make you nuts. Tee shots. You're talking about something I'm not. Yeah, and and remember, I'm not 32. I'm not a 25-year-old millennial. You know, women are girls are chicks, guys are dudes. You know, I see people calling girls dude, and I'm like, you're so stupid. If you call a girl dude, it means you don't know what a freaking dude is. A dude is a man, you know. And now they got men wanting to wear women's underwear and shit. My testosterone's been okay since I've been getting my cancer treatment. I used to inject it, but I don't need to anymore because with my blood, with the phlebotomies they do to thin my blood out, my testosterone came back. Butt drums in the other show. There's another show. Yeah, I couldn't find another show. That's why I said, well, Thursday. Usually I do if I do a second show during the week, it's usually Thursday, and then I'll be back on Sunday, 3:00. The dude in an elephant is grown butt hair. I don't know what you're. So let's see. Alone in here, you're not famous, right? Alone in there. Alone in here. Or alone in there. Okay. The word there. What the word there in there'll be no paddle up your creek. The word will is stuffed in there. What's in there? The word will. What the you shut up. Really, Jack? I let you out. I let you back in. It's his game because when he wants to come back in, he gets a treat to come back because he'll sit outside and paw at the door. And unless you open the door with a treat in your hand, he ain't coming in. I had to go tie him up to the Buffalo Cowboy car and then come in and finish my stream and then go get him. Really, Jack. He's out. Oh. What I need to do is take that little shot collar and put it on his balls. And when he comes here, I'll go beep, 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 beep. Warning, warning, beep, beep. You know. Yeah. And then anytime all I have to do is make that sound. Because he doesn't need to go out and pee. He can go for 10 hours without peeing, you know? He can go 10 hours without going outside and without peeing inside. But he's every 5 minutes in and out, in and out, in and out. It's very cold there last year. Yeah. The title is granted in his will. Bill's kinky. He's another doggy friend. Yeah, he what I need is a female Australian Shepherd, and they can make $700 puppies. We have $700 puppies. And they're little cuties too. It's not hard to get rid of a cute puppy. Couple of zaps, yeah. No, really. Once they learn that the beep is a warning to the shock, all you need is the beep. My sister? I blocked my sister. I don't have anything to do with her. I don't talk to her. When I told my sister that the VA's getting me oxygen, you don't deserve those benefits. It's like, oh my God, you know, my sister wishes me ill health and doesn't believe that I deserve my veterans benefits. That's for the VA to decide, not my sister. And the VA made that decision a long time ago. I qualified for my benefits. And I disown my sister over that BS. My sister should care about my health, not be a not be a yeah, I can't say those words on here. Attach a pulley string to the door. Jack pulls away. Yeah, I want to get one of them. What it needs, one of them doors that you put a magnet on their collar, and when they go to the door senses the magnet, it opens, and you can turn it off so it won't let them out. Like when you're driving down the highway, you turn it off so that it doesn't open when he. But when I drive my RV, I keep him on the leash so that he can't interfere with my driving. I don't let him, because he idiot, or he'll keep him off the dash and all that. You don't want your dog running around on the dash while you're trying to drive a big old Class A motorhome. Yeah, he needs a girlfriend. So do I. Sesame. Yeah. What's wrong with the string on this thing? Now. Pace again. Starting to pace. You're pacing. Why? You dog. So when I'm driving in the car, Jack's standing in the passenger seat, back and forth, with his nose that far from the dash, back and forth, back and forth. And if you just even touch the brake the slightest to slow down or something, he bouncing his chin off the dash. I told him, back up, sit down. Okay, I think that was spell check. Changing the words. I have to put on this front. What front? It's just me. Empath. Yeah, as I gone alone in there, he's talking about the word there. What is in the word there? Down, further down. The word will is hidden in there. Okay, so his will's hidden in there in the top of the poem. As above, so below. The word will comes out again in the bottom of the poem. Who's in the book? That's over here. The biggie. And your effort will be worth the cold. And that's the other thing. That last stanza, every line ends with a lowercase d. There are no uppercase d's in the poem. There are 25 lowercase d's, and those are what you use to draw your follow the dot to make a map out of the poem. And it draws a canyon. There is here. If you're there. Yeah, where there? Where's there? And he says in Once Upon a While where there is. It's here. Where is there? Here. Well, here is Moses. Is where. Moses is where. If you know where Moses received, oh man, I gotta. You can't see nothing, but there's something. Ow, stuck in my finger. Some glassy thing. I don't know. I'm gonna need my jeweler's loupe to see what's in there. My tweezers. And oh yeah, I was watching another video. Somebody else did a video yesterday. I was watching. I don't remember who, but they were bringing up about his plane crash. Cynthia's video with Forrest Fenn's answers, Preston and Fenn interviews. Or was it Cynthia or was that Hinter Rich's video? They played a bunch of the. Oh, yeah, there's something in my finger. It's just a little fiber sharp thing. And a needle. I had tweezers and a jeweler's loupe. I use that and tacos. I've been cooking at home. Yesterday I had Chinese food. I went to the Chinese restaurant. Tells you how scared I am of the virus, right? Like pink tacos. I like fish tacos. There's a couple kinds of fish taco, right? Okay. I haven't had one in a while. Your taco. Hunan. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think it was a Hunan. It was a Hunan Chinese. That's the name of the restaurant I went to, Joe. Looking for a man. Anybody's interested? Oh yeah. I've been looking for a girlfriend, but everyone I meet, every one of them I meet want to take me away from the treasure area and away from all these discoveries I made. And really, the discoveries I made are bigger than looking for the treasure is a secondary thing. Exploring more of these discoveries and ruins is the big thing that I'm really into. A lot of people that, treasure, and I'm trying to. I want to get away from it, because I've already solved it and all that stuff, and I'm trying to relax and enjoy the other stuff that I found from it, and even the like my profile picture. I can't even roll my mouse. That's my pointer finger that I roll my mouse with. Is yeah, Farsight people, they did a video about Zeus, and well, Zeus, there's Zeus, and look here, he's got a mammoth on the side of his head. That's an elephant. You want to deny that's an elephant? Anybody want to deny that's an elephant? Here's his eyes, Zeus, his beard. And the ones I put online, I put my Galleria de Atlante on there, so people don't go printing them off the internet. At least if they do, they're going to have the name of my art gallery thing. I don't have a physical gallery, but you see, there's figures inside. See, there's a guy in here. See this guy's head. There's another one over here. There, and there's somebody laying here. Oh, that's Zeus. So, and that's from a photograph of a rock, and the computer paints it. The same shapes are in the rock. Yeah, it's an actual rock. You're gonna make me go dig it up, huh? I know where to find it. Ow, ow, ow. My finger. I can't even hardly use my mouse. Are these in order? No. Sort by name. 11, 17, 26, 30. Where are they? Here he is. There's. So that's what his treasure hunt's about. The thrill of a breathtaking discovery. Okay, Fenn will be in the chat. Hey, Bubba, you watching? People don't get it when I say hi, Bubba, and all that. They don't get it because that's what Skippy called him, Bubba. There it is. That's Zeus. You see, he's got a mammoth on the side of his head. Up here. That's the mammoth. And it's just so incredible, it's hard to believe, Show you some of the others in here. Oh, I didn't mean to rotate it. I meant to go to the next one. That's it. See, there I highlighted the mammoth. I made him a different color on this one. You see, it's just to make it stand out a little, I just lighten the colors on the mammoth part. See, look at this. This guy's got a face even. See, you see the eye sockets, and the mouth here, and the nose. And what's he's reaching into? Oh, this is a mammoth trunk. That's an elephant trunk he's holding on to. Or the elephant's helping him up or something. Helping him up on the mountain. I don't know. There's Zeus. Another picture of him. A little wider angle. And the rest of the stuff there by him. See, there's stuff over here too. There's this guy up here. See, there's his eyes. There's somebody's hand or an elephant trunk reaching in front of his face or something. And there's his face here. This is a face. I think they're in numerical order. And that's called Indian rock. Indian head is what it's called. You see the nose sticking out. He's looking up in the sky. Think of the lumberjack looking up in the sky. There's Wilma in her dress. Here, this is Wilma. I took what's his name? Sean Dodson. I took him to this place, this spot. Look at that guy right in the middle. It's a face right in there, and there's somebody on top of him up here. There's somebody over in here too. And I think what these native people did was they just what was it? They modified the natural landscape and added all this stuff. You see him in here? Where is it? 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 Yeah. These are, yeah, Forrest said he's taking it with him, right? That means ain't nobody gonna get it before he's dead. It's from my cold dead hands. So the treasure ain't gonna be, there ain't gonna be no winner until he's done. Keep up with it. Annie's in here? What? She got me blocked or something so I can't see her? Must be. Must be she blocked me because I don't see her. You hit the target. Yeah. It says his memories are on the canyon walls, but his memories are just like a little thing compared to the ancient stuff here. Like, look at this guy here. See this is there's a face in there. You see it when you back off a little from it. Sometimes people aren't looking at the big picture. Look at this big old, what's that, a mushroom or a penis head? See, as I alter the brightness, contrast, and all that shit to see some stuff better. Some of them. And see, the blaze, this is where Moses is right here. This is Moses right here. That's Moses. But in regular light, you only see Moses when the sun's hitting him in the right direction. Look at all the snow on there. Scarabs. Hey, look at this guy up here. Way up here. Look at that. There's somebody's butt cheeks there. No, that's somebody's nose, mouth, and face. What do you want to make of it? They took advantage of the pareidolia and made it real. When they said Adam was made of mud, well, they were talking about making these mud figures. See, look at this profile of the face here. The nose, the eye, it's looking to the right. And there's other faces going up there. I'm going to go through a few. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's a really magical place, and it's like getting a letter from 14,000. Look at this. The eyesight, the nose, the mouth. He's a profile. Here's his arm coming over and holding this other figure that's over here, you know. And there's a little blockhead in here. There's somebody a little. But look at that face. That's a. Fascinating. What are you, Spock? Is George what? No, Forrest told me the one next to his totem is George Washington. There's a lot of stuff in these. You see these two people here. This one guy's arms wrapped around the other or something. All right. It's 14,000 years old and very faded away. To see things that are faded away, you got to use some imagination. If you ain't got the imagination to see it, there's another picture of Zeus there. Head, boom. I see elephants and people, and yeah, the George Washington portrait, the hand symbol is the hand of God, and Forrest says he was guided by the hand of God, didn't he? Right, but that's the hand of God, and this is right below the blaze, and this is a. I was hoping it should be right here, you know. Huh. I wonder if I gotta pop that rock open. No. Maybe I needed to climb up and look right on the other side, right under that rock. I gotta go up there and look under that rock next time I'm there. I gotta climb up here to get to it. But you see the face here on that. Raven the Cold. Worth the Cold is the when the Buffalo Cowboy car, when they crashed and got wet in the water and they had to walk home in the cold and all wet, that was Worth the Cold, was the Buffalo Cowboy car, which I already got that too. There, see, you can see this is the head face here, dark hair, there's a little face in here. You see the stuff hidden in there. There's all kinds of hidden art. In Scrapbook 116, he goes into the. Here's somebody here. There's some. Look at this person here. See the head and stuff and his body and his leg. He's here. Here's his body, torso, whatever. And there's other people and elephants and no kangaroos, no wallabies. I give you a second look, find the faces and stuff, but there's just so much, you know. And here they're dancing. These two are dancing. This one got a leg kicking up, and this guy here with his face, he's got some funky doodle hat, like a top hat like weird thing. This is on the one with the Clovis point with the ribs the Clovis point in the ribs of a mammoth one. It's this figure. A lot of rock. Don't be selfish. Who's being selfish? Look at that face up right. See, that's a nose. There's an eye, an eye. And this is, you get order from chaos. See that little plus on the side of his head here. That's a star or something. That's a profile of a face. There's the nose, the eye, the mouth. You work for control. That's chaos, yeah, with a C. Look at this. See, down here. See, there's people standing here. There's somebody hiding back here, too. And there's a face right here. And it isn't, Greek. This is about 4 times older than Greece, so it isn't that lot like some Greek statue or anything. This is ancient, primitive rock sculpture. I like this guy down in the bottom here. You see him? See this guy? See his face in here? And he's got like a turban thing on. You lonely? Snake County. There's a couple people hugging. Wind has been pounding all day long. It got up to 45-mile-an-hour wind. Right now, it's a 20-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, that's cute. What? It's cute. You see there? You see the face here? And the arm coming up? See, here's somebody right there. See, we'll zoom in. You see her face? You see? See. Stickman survives. Yeah, I found some really cool stickmen. And an academic was trying to shoot down anything you show them. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Come on. There. My hand getting tired of holding the phone there. Yeah, when he says take, that's what he means by take the chest and go in peace. If you've been wise and found the place, right? If you're brave and in the wood, those kind of things go together. Fishing, you're just fishing. Catch anything? Some coronas? Oh. Yeah, I made a bunch of cool art last couple days. How many files are in my art folder? Let me see. How many I've because I made a whole bunch of art, you know. 10,092. I have 10,092 different art things I've made from these. So it'd be kind of hard to catch me. Yeah, Forrest is he's wanting y'all to let him rest and relax. He's on his last few years of his life, and he's tired of the BS from a lot of searchers. I'm particularly tired of K-Pro pounding him and bugging him and calling him and whatever. You should let Peggy answer sometime, handle K-Pro. Oh, all right. Left shoulder's killing me. And it's the right one that usually does. Maybe you should ask her. Peggy uses my playing cards. She plays cards with the cards that I gave Forrest, my fanatic ones. Yeah, she liked that. Forrest was, oh. Yeah, old Forrest, he's worn out. Yeah, he wants to rest. He's old and he's wants to relax. You can tell by the one question that Cynthia was asking him about the see, I'm almost where he is there on that. Imagination is better knowledge thing. The Einstein quote. And Forrest kept saying information is better knowledge, because he's at that age that he's gonna get words mixed up and be dyslexic on it and all that. He's old and he can't keep up with it, you know. He's and he doesn't want to be on video making mistakes like that, you know. Because even after she corrected him that it's imagination, and he again said information, you know, information, but he didn't mean to say it's just that both words start with an and when a person is in their last couple of years, they're gonna mess up words and all that stuff. Get a little dementia going. You know, he ain't got dementia going like that yet, but you can tell it's not far away when they're getting words confused and stuff. Yeah. Well, no, he's getting older. When I first met him in 2015, he had meat on his bones and stuff. He had a little bit of a belly going, and now he's pulling that belt tighter and tighter and tighter. He's losing body weight and all that. He's an old guy. That's you know. Let him go in peace. You know, when he said stop email, I stopped emailing him. He didn't want message. I haven't emailed him for a long time because he asked people to let him rest. I'm letting him rest. And he didn't reply to me anyhow, so I said, why email him? I'm not going to get an answer. You know? He does that in his shower. He's got naked ladies in his shower that see him every time he goes in there. That's a marble gaze. I don't know what marble gaze means. I kept figuring this out for shit. That's all the other. That's all the other search channels. They can't figure out what marble gaze is. So think about scrapbook 116, marble gaze. He's seeing naked ladies in his shower tiles. Still, I think got 23 people watching, and then people that don't know shit get hundreds, 150 watching or something, and all that, and they don't know shit. So that 150 people watching them are getting their head full of can't figure out where warm water's halt is. Warm water's halt when you're born and when you die. Your mother's water breaks when you're born, and your heart stops pumping blood when you die. And the other where warm water's halt is 1,000 feet down at the bottom of Pagosa Hot Springs in the hot, steamy, muddy bottom. Hot, steamy, muddy bottom. Water halts at the bottom. If you throw a rock in the lake, it halts at the bottom. And people are like, oh, that don't make sense at all. Well, you go ask Isaac Newton. You know, if you fall out of your airplane, where does the sky halt? When you hit the freaking ground at the bottom. That's where the sky halts. He didn't care how much air was above him. It mattered how much air was below him. You didn't care if you went up too high. You cared if you went down too low. Yeah. I found a hot, steamy bottom. Well, alone in there, huh? Alone in there, got a hot, steamy bottom? Bare naked women band packs them in. Yeah, I bet. Where they got I can't believe they got naked news on YouTube and they're totally naked and no blur out spots. I'm like, whoa, what happened there? YouTube did away with all the censoring, didn't they? They were awesome. Where does the sky start? It doesn't really. Where does it halt when you hit the ground? Yeah. Ask a guy with a parachute. If your parachute fails, where does the sky halt? Where do warm skies halt? When you hit the ground? Really, you missed what? Ain't no naked news on this channel. I got an hour and 33 minutes. I heard somebody else had something streaming. That's why I only got 19 and not. The most I had was I got over 50. I had over 50 watching one time, and then all the bitches out there that you know, all Toby's bitches, all the ones kissing Toby's ass, every one of them. Bill Gorman comes up. If I'm friendly with Bill Gorman, Toby will unfriend me. I can't be friendly to Bill Gorman because that'll make me look bad in front of Toby. You know, well, go kiss Toby's ass. Go kiss Toby's ass some more. You know, when you do your video, make sure you still got the brown on your nose from kissing Toby's ass. That fucker, I called in on his thing, and I said, Forgive me, Padre Toby, for I have sinned and thrown double blazes in your general direction. You know, and he played out and was asking me and was asking me questions. I was, but he then went on afterwards and went back and edited me out of the video. And he, if you write me and ask for forgiveness, no, I asked him for forgiveness on the line, and he couldn't forgive me. He's a piece of shit. You know? Well, Shelly, she's just a sow with 8 titties. One's got cowling on it, another one's got K-Pro on it, and another one. You get where I'm going? You know? All these people sucking on Shelly's titties, piggy titties, you know? Toby could have fixed this all right after when I called in and asked him for forgiveness, and he said, "Fuck you." And I say, "Double blazes, Toby. Suck on it. Piece of shit." I bet he sucks cock. If he votes for Hillary, he probably does, because all those people who do that voted for Hillary. All the cocksuckers voted for Hillary. Halts at the bottom, ding. Halts at the bottom, yeah. And jumping off the bridge. What do you think happened? Do you think the water was, how high was, and did he hit the bottom when he jumped in? We don't know that. Usually when you jump off a bridge, you jump off feet first, because you don't want to jump in and hit your head on the bottom. Yeah. The Brown Noser awards go to the ones who kissed Toby's butt. There's a lot of them. I wonder why. Hunan. Yeah, that's where I had my. That's why Joe said Hunan. That's where I got my dinner yesterday. I tried to. Yeah. Their whole thing, over me. It all started with me on the chat and Toby's on their one of their streams, and I put in there, the gypsies lack imagination. And Shelly's, Bill Gorman just personally insulted me. Come save me, moderators. Protect me from the evil Bill Gorman, who said that gypsies lack imagination. That's a personal insult. Well, you do lack imagination. You can't see the naked ladies in the shower tile, you dumb bitch. You dumb bitches, I should say. Toby's a bitch. Trolling there. Please don't say kissed. Going to throw up. Oh, there are. Cowling kisses Toby's ass. K-Pro kisses Toby's ass. Shelly kisses Toby's ass, obviously, but right after the show. One time she said she was going to sleep in his bed. That tells you what kind of relationship she has with him. And so, yeah. Well, everybody wants to be part of the party. I'm not part of the party. I'm kicked out. I'm excluded. And I'm the guy with cancer. I got other health things. My sinuses were really bad until recently. I'd blown blood out of my nose for 4 months before they got me to sinus surgery. And it's total disrespect from them, and so they get total disrespect from me. I think it's only fair. They're going to disrespect me and ban me from that, and then all of their peons who suck on Toby's wee wee, that have their own channels. They went off and they still suck Toby's wee wee, and Bill Gorman can't be on here because Bill Gorman said the gypsies lack imagination. What a bunch of pussies. I'm not afraid to call them pussies because that's what they are. You see one, you call it one. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll ever be able to visit California again. That state's so messed up. Wi-Fi, wee wee. It's wee wee. Yeah, well, where'd it go? I had it here a minute ago. Oh, there it is. To find Toby's wee wee, you might need this. I'll bet there's a hospital record in Taiwan for him getting treated for syphilis. He went and paid for some prostitute to teach him about eating pussy. All right. So, and how old were these prostitutes he paid to teach them about eating pussy? And he's proud of it. He told the story on the show that he paid for lessons. Big Whoop got a nice looking ranch. Yeah, I want to get him an axe. Change that subject. Yeah. I can rip him a new one if I needed to. And Fenn just walk by with their nose in the air. Oh, I wish somebody if anybody has a video of my little conversation with Forrest and Fenn, put it on YouTube, please. The one where I said 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. And he jabs me in the chest. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? No, Forrest, but I just think there's a third party. So, and he said, well, there sure is. He said, there sure is. So there's a third party. People should be talking about the third party. But no, it's something Forrest told Bill Gorman, so we've made that not something that we'll ever discuss, But something he tells Cynthia, Forrest, new words from Forrest. Oh my God, I'm peeing my pants. Cynthia has new words from Forrest. It's like, you don't give a fuck about the words I told you, he said. What makes her any more credible? And some of these people, I think Cynthia, I've sent these people emails. They don't reply to me. Bill Gorman, I'm not gonna pay any attention to him. Ignore that shit. Yeah, I need one, huh? Oh. It's what's the last thing said? Oh, take a toke. Oh, yeah, I'm still working on it. And yeah, I missed Uptown Grow Lab channel tonight. I watch it. This guy's the same age as me. He has a little pot channel. He sells seeds and stuff, and I go there, and I'm a kind of, I show up in the room and they're, oh, Bill Gorman, I got more fans on his channel than I do on my own. Because all the people on my channel are into the treasure. And there's a lot of greedy people after that treasure chest. You're not going to stumble upon it, I'll tell you that. Forrest said you wouldn't. And all of us searchers are doing nothing but stumbling when we go out in the forest looking for it. I've stumbled. I've fell on my ass several times. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to have a... I couldn't ride. No, they wouldn't elect me president. I don't have no TV channels. I have a TV, and I didn't get my stimulus money, so I don't have a generator to power my TV. If I watch it in the daytime, I guess I could in the daytime, but I got some issues going with my solar panels and power, and one of the one thing that's at my post office waiting for me to pick up, once the other things come in tomorrow, is a washing machine, a brushless motor for a washing machine that I'm going to modify for my wind turbine so that it'll make electricity. I've watched videos on it and all that, and I've had electronics schooling. I'm an electrician. I can wind coils and stuff and solder and all that stuff. And the ones I've seen them make, they make too much power. And if you're making too much power, then you got too many wraps of coil around the magnets or around the things stator going around. And so fewer wraps, you'll make a little less power, but it won't melt the thing. You know what I mean? It's one of those things we're going to have to experiment with a little bit. You got two of what? Two of them? Shit, man. I just spent $40 on one. That's shipped from Minot, North Dakota. I got to go pick it up at the post office tomorrow with a couple of little 360 fly HD cameras. They were like $20 a piece. And so I'm going to use them for a dash cam in the car, because my dash cam burned up. I'm going to use one for dash cam in the car, one's the dash cam for the RV, but I'm going to put it up on the top of the RV on the roof, right in front of R2D2. R2, my satellite dome is, I went up there with some masking tape and blue paint, and so my satellite dome, it looks like R2D2. That the rhetorical alone in there. What do you say, rhetorical alone in there? That's what I thought. Make a Tesla coil instead. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to do the Tesla coil thing, and I figured out how to make some Tesla power. But the one thing about the Tesla power, you got to turn it off when there's a lightning storm. Oh, you'll blow your transformers up. When there's a lightning storm, yeah, turn it off. Cut the power to it. Move. You got to have a switch that's 10 feet apart. or when there's lightning, you just got to ground both ends. Everything grounded. It's not it's not Corona cough. It's 420 cough. And then I get these clouds. At this temperature, the cloud will hover right about 4 feet off the ground. You know. You finish in front of. You finish fishing in front of my place and don't remember that. Oh. The last place I went fishing was up at Big Meadows, and there's nobody. I was living up there, and but I got to find out from it. I'm wondering if the local lake is still closed. They had a notice on the county thing. You couldn't go to the lake. They were going to barricade the entrance to the road into the lake and stuff. And it's like, that's bullshit. You know, I'm not isolated when I'm fishing alone. When I get coronavirus from the trout, are you putting contaminated trout in the lake or what? You know, what's I'm going to go out there and catch some freaking fish. The neighbor says he got an 18-inch trout. That's a good sized trout. There's some monsters in that lake. I want to get I've got an inflatable raft, and that thing's kind of, I've got a couple holes patched, and I think I'm going to get me eventually sometime a little kayak, one of them, a decent one-man kayak, or maybe I should have it a 2-seater, just in case I find somebody that wants to lick my face or something, you know. Yes, you did. It was quite rude of you not to invite me in. Sufficient? Oh, you talking to somebody else? You were fishing in front of somebody else's place, or I don't know. Who did what? You would not have entered. Oh. Okay. JA and Alone in there having a battle. Yeah, who's that epic battles, and they got Tesla versus Edison, or were they rap battles or something? Yeah. Oh. And Jesus and Muhammad, and oh, my back. I need someone to walk on my back. He thinks me alone be tripping. Oh yeah, tripping's fun. There was the Bullwinkle show, and they got Boris and Natasha, and a radio station out in California. They used to play a clip from Bullwinkle show, Boris and Natasha, and Boris is saying, "I like growing grass. Growing grass is fun." Well, I'm supposed to wear this when I do that, right? There we go. I like growing grass. Growing grass is fun. Wear a different hat for a little while with the ears. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a treasure out of my ass. Oh, I mean hat. I got a little box of I got like 2 pounds of silver now. Or I think I'm an ounce short of 2 pounds. Yeah. These go up and tie up there. And then the Russian hat. This is my voting hat. This is what you wear to the polls. Just to mess with them liberal polling volunteers. Oh, see if I can get my hair straight. Just took the hat off. Yeah, I got hair. That's screwed up from hat hair. Hat hair. I'll go with this one. There. That's the one I wore to Fenbury 2017. Picture with me and Forrest. Forrest giving me the hand of God sign. Dream on. First, second, and third. Even with alcohol, I can think very clearly. But for imagination, alcohol ain't gonna help you. Smoke some imagination. Like Quanah Parker. Quanah Parker went to the Peyote Church. Big clue. Yeah, the hand of God. It's in that story about Bella in Too Far to Walk. The story with Bella, and he's doing that. The hand of God sign. George Washington doing the same hand symbol that's in the George Washington portrait. That's drawing a Forrest in the Bella story. Is doing the same thing. And when that picture was taken of me, I was just turning around looking where I said, well, where's Forrest? And I turn around and there and snap pictures go and the hand sign and all. So he was standing behind me. He was hiding behind me. And I turn around and there he is and snap goes the picture and there's the hand of God and the doffing the hat. And the one reason that none of them other channels believe me is because their confirmation bias of their own solution prevents them from believing anything anybody else says. Not just me. All of your solves are irrelevant to Toby because he is right. He's so convinced that he's right. You know, I posted something on my Facebook group, Fanatic Facebook group, about some story on Wyoming, I think it was, and somebody, oh, you changed your search area? No, I'm not changing my search area, but I'm just sharing something that I thought other people might be interested in. I'm not so interested. It was an interesting story and all that, but it's not part of my solution. It might be part of somebody else's solution. And if you want, go for it, you know? But I was sharing something that I thought other people would like to see. It wasn't my search. People ask where I'm searching. I'm Southern Colorado. And when you watch that thing that they did on Cow's channel or whoever put it up, the little Fenn interview, and he talked again about, well, I've tried closing Montana, Wyoming, northern Colorado, and then you got the troopers, or New Mexico state police tried to shut down New Mexico. What hasn't been tried to shut down? Nobody's ever tried to shut down Southern Colorado. It's been never. He never considered shutting down Southern Colorado, even in the winter. especially like my search area. A good part of it is southern facing, and the snow melts real close in the southern facing side of the hills. And so I've been there searching in the middle of January before it started, before there was any significant snow. And then like right now there's I can go up there and search tomorrow if I want. Maybe I will. Because I'm going to the post office. And when I go to my post office, it's just a few more miles to get to my search area. Yeah, me too. Where are you? Outside? Time to turn the heater back on. See if you feel that. Yeah, I gotta go to the store. My bag of taffy is getting low. And all I got left is mostly the candy cane flavored ones, you know. I like taffy because you can gum it. You know, take the teeth out and chew it. If so, I have a handshake. Hey, play hard. Let's get brave. Do you have a broken off piece of rock? Einstein, that's it. Someone is faster than me. Speed of light. Yeah. Yeah. Is it Jiminy Cricket? Makes no difference who you are. Oh. If you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who they think you are. You know, because my whole thing when I first started the treasure hunt, I stumbled upon this that you know, you kind of you gotta be the fanatic. You gotta be like Fenn. You gotta think like he did. He was a daydreamer in school. When I was in school, I was sent to the school psychologist for daydreaming. I don't know if they had school psychologists when Forrest was in school. All they had was the teacher had a stick, and if you were out of line, she'd whack you. Whack. Yeah, when I was in 7th grade in junior high school, we had a teacher, Mrs. Hanley, and she was really old to us. She was probably 50, 55 then. And she had her stick for the chalkboard, and in between classes, she'd go stand in the hallway. She was like with her stick, her pointer stick for the chalkboard, and be tapping it on her toe. Somebody got out of line, she'd whack them with that stick, you know. And then one day, 10 years after junior high school or so, there was a thing in the newspaper about the same teacher. She had gone to her doctor's office, and they locked her in the doctor's office overnight. I was in karma for whacking all them kids. For hitting them kids with that stick. In the sea is not a wave. It's part of the whole sea. Yeah. That's like our brain. You know, your brain isn't really in your head. Your brain is the universe. The universe is a brain, and it creates your reality. If you can imagine that. You imagine that, Forrest? Fire. What fire? The blaze, the blaze, and I'll read the part about the blaze. It's in My War for Me. If I can find it. See. Now, I just something else I had highlighted in here. That see the highlights. I remember smiling and telling myself in an idle whim, if I get back from this mission, I'm going down there. Down. You look quickly down. It will be a silly thing, and I knew it. But the seriousness of what lay ahead that day somehow ruined the whim into a vow, a pledge of sorts. I felt it made a deal with that beautiful place. He's talking about the waterfall. You bring me back, and I'll come down there and personally thank you. Ooh, the deal was struck. I trusted it, and it could trust me, and it was our secret alone. There's alone. See, as I gone alone in there, his secret alone, our secret alone. And he's talking about the waterfall. As I've gone alone in there. Oh shit! I've looked so much around that waterfall, so much. Oh geez. And you see, if Forrest knows somebody's in the right area, and he knows nobody's found the treasure, then it isn't there. I was trying to find a part. Uh, 20 millimeter high explosive incendiary bullets and 550 gallons of fuel. He seems to go back and forth in My War for Me. Anybody notice that? It's like the shoot down stories. There's a there's a part about the waterfall in between or something. And he made a deal with the waterfall. That he'd personally come down and thank the waterfall. I personally thank you. Dropped so far, turned to mess before it could spread on the rocks below. That's a really tall waterfall. No, I'll give you a hit. Give you a hit, yeah. Trying to find the part where he says his plane. He bailed out of his plane and watched it crash in halfway up. And this is in the interviews that they just put up on Cal's channel or whatever on Hannah Rich's the interview, and he's talking about his plane crashing and exploded into a karst, which is a bluff. A bluff. Okay. Why did he not say that it crashed into a bluff? Because a bluff would be a clue. The treasure hunt is likely a bluff. It's a bluff because he wants you to find his stories on the canyon wall. You can't just be there at the canyon wall without seeing the blaze. If you got to see the blaze. If you were there and you didn't see the blaze, then you weren't wise. You don't get the title. But if you were there and you seen the blaze, which is Moses, as he says on Jenny's page, success is an omnipotent guru, then and you know that the only person he called an omnipotent guru was Leo Salazar, who carved out Moses. And there's Moses halfway up a 1,000-foot bluff where his plane hit and turned into a fireball. Now this is how you get all the stories from New Mexico, the stories from Montana, the stories from Yellowstone and Wyoming, the stories from Texas, the stories from Vietnam and Laos, and all his other stories, and how we tied Philadelphia into it. You take all his other stories. His stories are depicted on the canyon walls. His memoirs, a memoir. You're looking for his memories. His memory, it's a trove of memories. And look up memory trove. Look up memory trove on the internet. You'll find stuff that ain't have nothing to do with Forrest. But there's even songs about a memory trove. My trove for all to seek. Why didn't he say my treasure for all to seek? Because the treasure isn't out there. The treasure, it's the prize. They didn't realize it was the chase they sought and not the quarry. The treasure is the quarry. And Blaise Pascal said that. So those are the words of Blaise. There are so many quantum there's a lot of quantum entanglement in the treasure hunt. At least I see it that way. I see it as a big quantum ball of information. because you find where, how's this related to that? Find relationships in the 6 degrees of separation. Alone is my favorite place. Yeah. I enjoy being alone. Even if you had somebody around, I think it's a good idea to both people, a couple should have their alone time, and that's not necessarily going out with friends and drinking and flirting with the opposite sex type of alone. It's alone time alone to think and daydream. Look out the window and imagine what's out there in the woods. Ganoush, yeah, Ganoush, you ain't seen my curtain in my bedroom. Have you? I think Ganoush has seen my curtain. I'll just show you. I'll take you back there a minute. We'll do it this way. We'll go back in the dark. And we'll go. Ganoush, Ganoush. Yeah, I'm kind of laying on my bed, and that's in my east window, so the sun comes up in that window and lights Ganush up. There's Ganush. Because Ganush is part of the solution. He's the elephant god, right? Yeah. I'll be on the ground. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I got that Ganush, Gnu, Ganesh. Just one different spelling. Lousy phone, huh? Dying. Oh, did mine lose signal when I went back there? That's another reason we got to kind of leave it in one spot where it gets a good signal. This is my this is an antenna thing, except this has quarter 20 thread. You know what quarter 20 thread is? What they use quarter 20 thread for? Do you know the base of the camera is a quarter 20? So you can, you know, I guess I can crank it in there tighter and it's more steady. But yeah. And I'm surprised Nikon. This camera's like 3 years old, and the little dots on the thing that go okay focus dots that are in there, you know, there's a bunch of them, and it tries to find something to focus on. It's like only 2 of them work now. It's like, what the hell? Nikon junk. Stop making. Yeah, they're gonna stop making so much stuff in China now. And maybe we'll get some Nikons that are made in Japan again that are worth something. Because the ones from China are garbage. Might work for me, you know. Interesting story. All have wars. Yeah. Yeah, I have a war. You know, a lot of veterans, you know, they're veterans. They already served in the military or whatever, and they get out, and then they have to go to war with the VA for their benefits. Bullshit. I already emailed my senator about this stimulus that was supposed to, because I get Social Security, I was supposed to have mine Wednesday, Tuesday. Mine was supposed to be in the bank by Tuesday. Wasn't there. You know, it was bullshit what that guy on Trump's, you know, he's probably an appointee of Obama. You know, that doctor, what's his name? He's an Obama appointee, but he's working for Trump. And people, oh, we can't listen to what that guy says because he's working for Trump now. The guy's, he put the country in a panic, said there were going to be 2.2 million people dying from it. And what they got, 30, 40,000? It's not 2.2 million. It's nowhere near it. So they shut down the whole country because of 30 or 40,000 people. You know? So Trump kind of let him hang himself. And he's going, well, this is what that guy said. He said it. I'm going along with Obama's appointee. And he's still, you know, anything. According to the media, Trump can't do anything right. And it's not true. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Creepy Joe, creepy Joe Biden, sniffing on little girl's hair, raping his staff, and yeah. And they even tied Bill Gates. Bill Gates has been to Epstein Island and was a friend of Epstein and stuff. So and Gates he patented a vaccine for this virus. He patented in 2018. In 2018, he patented the vaccine for this virus. Now he lets it go, hoping that he's going to get a multi-billion-dollar contract with every country in the world to stop it. So I think Bill Gates is going to be he's in a lot of trouble. The World Health Organization was hiding stuff, and they're getting 400 million, or is it 400 billion or something, $400 million from the United States for the and the UN gives them 40 million. The rest of the world 40 million, the United States 400 million. It's disproportionate. The rest of the world has to pay their way. We're not the nanny for the world. We're the United States. The people here come first. Those people over there, let them deal with their country and their leaders. That's not our problem. And we don't have a Hitler wanting to take over and start a new world order, like, yeah, Bush and Clinton, all of them were behind the new world order, behind the UN, and they're busting all kinds of governors for making deals with China. And I think Harvard even or something had a deal. They were taking money from China and sharing critical national security shit with them. They're going to end that. And look, China wants to start a war with us, and suppose all of our food was produced over there. Wouldn't we be in a hell of a hole then, huh? You got to keep the United States needs to be self-sufficient in food and manufacturing of what we need here. Can't depend on somebody who's building a naval fleet and copying our fighter jets to come and get us. That's what they're doing. They're building that shit to come and get us. They have nuclear bombs aimed at us. Yeah. And we don't need all our food being produced and processed over in a country that has nuclear missiles aimed at us. Yeah, you don't know because the Obama, he said, "Oh, we don't have to say they don't have to say where the food comes from anymore." They started Tyson Chicken started shipping all the chickens over to China to be slaughtered and processed over there and stuff. That's bullshit. I don't want stuff from. They could be poisoning your food. They want dead Americans so their country prospers. They want us gone and out of the way. And it just can't. No, we come first. Americans come first. I wonder how many never Trumpers are gonna go, wow, man, Trump just got me $1,200. Will they still be never Trumpers? The people that don't need the $1,200 will still be never Trumpers. But I mean, it's out. Homeless people can get their money, to get their $1,200. All you need is a social security number. And you tell the IRS I made $0. That's all you got to tell them. I didn't make anything. And in earned income. And Social Security, I was already taxed on that money. You can't tax it again. I was taxed on that paycheck that money came out of. And I paid my tax in. You can't tax me when I collect my policy that I paid for. You know? Well, there's supposed to be one in this month and one next month. There's supposed to be one in May too. So that $1,200, you should get that next month too. I ain't got mine. I'm pissed. I wanted to get a dependable generator, a reliable generator. I was going to go with the inverter generator. It's a big difference because it makes 12 volts and then inverts that to 120. And so the 120 volts is steady and doesn't, and like a regular AC generator will, the output voltage is up and down, the 100 volts, 130 volts, 100 volts, 130 volts, it surges and shit. But the inverter generator has a smooth sine wave that will protect my equipment and stuff, and charge my batteries better and everything, all in. Jason Northface. Jason, you know what NFG is. Good thing you don't have a G on there. I'm going to buy one for you. I've got I'm getting this Fenn 400i. They're yeah, I've already got it picked out on eBay. It's like $430 something plus tax, so it's about $450. Nope, my package didn't make it to the post office. Guaranteed delivery by Thursday, April 16th. Nope, didn't make it. Oh. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to come in. I can order this generator. Then it'll be a week. I'll have the generator. And then I call the oxygen guy and tell him, hey, I got reliable power now. You can bring that oxygen concentrator out. Because the VA is dragging their feet. Every step of the way, you have to call them and go, excuse me, did somebody order oxygen for me a month ago? I don't need it when I'm awake. I need it when I'm sleeping. I could use it climbing some hills too, but the one they're getting me won't. Okay, there's what I want to get. That's the one. The Fenn GN 400i. RV. Why does it say RV? Doesn't have a starter on it. You have to pull it still. But it has a 120 volt, 30 amp plug on it. Dang button. There. So yeah, that's one I'm getting. It's on eBay. And it comes out of Illinois. Comes from Chicago. I hope they're not Chicago Electric. No, they get 5 stars on their ratings. 5 stars. They got good products. I've seen. I haven't found anything negative about them. But usually people are like, I did a video blessing this thing, and now I can't do one telling them, well, it turned out to be a real piece of shit. There's just a fuse to the big bomb. Yeah, we don't know if they're gonna EMP or what. And I think if they EMP'd it, I think it's more of a problem for things that are plugged into the grid. Off-grid stuff won't be that much of a problem. When they have these solar flares that you put the electrical pulse, I mean, there are sparks traveling down the wires between the poles, going, you know, big fireball of sparks traveling down the telephone wires, like, you know, going. It's because there's the length of them makes them attractors to that stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of them can't. Yeah, if they do that, if this turns into a $2,000 a month thing, like the bill that's for to continue it, and the new bill is going to limit you to 3 kids. And so, like, if you got 5, no, you only get the $1,500 or $500 a kid up to 3. If you had more than 3, it was $1,500. That was it. Where's this? Well, in a Faraday cage. Yeah, I've got electrical box is basically a Faraday, you know, any metal box or what. But you gotta have what's inside isolated from. No, I don't think that they. You know, when the bomb over Hiroshima, there was no EMP made from that. You know, it's like, how do they figure? Yeah, I think it's some unproven science in it. Galvanized garbage can. Yeah. Chicken wire. Faraday cage, you could use wire screen. Wire screen is Faraday cage. The sparks can't get through the mesh. It grounds you out. The RV is like a car, you know, like your car gets hit by lightning. It doesn't destroy your car. It goes around and goes right to ground. I think EMP would be about the same thing on a car. Yeah, Captain. Hey, Captain. A gold cage is best, yeah. That's 2.5 hours. I think I'm done. Yeah, I used to have my mouth open a lot because my sinuses were so blocked. Now I can breathe through my nose. It's a big difference. 5G is 5 gigahertz, 5.7 something gigahertz, and when in 1984, I was designing 6 gigahertz microwave systems, and it was 6 gigahertz, 11 gigahertz, and 18 gigahertz, and all that stuff. And 5G, when you're talking, you're talking all that it's a microwave frequency, 5 gigahertz. Okay, and the signal from your cell phone is like 2 to 4 watts, somewhere in there, you know. The 5G was to bring that down low, so maybe it's 2 watts with 5G. You know, that's why they got to have more towers, because it's not a strong signal. It doesn't go very far. It's not a strong signal. 3600 megahertz. That's 5G? Well, the Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi is 5.75. It's 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. But your microwave oven, my microwave oven is 1500 watts. Compare that to your 2 to 4 watt cell phone. Yeah. You know, your microwave oven is going to do more damage to your health than your 5G. In my, you know. As you pointed out, recall search states as opposed to find states. Yeah. Well, of the 4 states, as that one guy, the last guy that died, he died in Utah, and Utah is not one of the 4 search states. So if you go and die in Kansas looking for it, you weren't looking for the treasure. If you die in Utah looking for it, you weren't looking for the treasure. He said it wasn't in Utah. 695 to 725 megahertz. Yeah. But Jason, it's not 695 to 725. It's every one of them, right? They're all going at the same time. It's multiplexed. Your phone might have one channel, but the tower has all the channels. Yeah, I used to work for Telewave, made cellular combiners. Oh, I don't have it on my computer. Hundreds of thousands of people die every day. Yeah. Oh, they said that the highway fatalities dropped 25% or 23%, close enough to 25%. So over the last month, the highway fatalities have dropped 25%. So that's probably more people saved by not driving than died from the virus. I know in my search area, some girl just stopped along the highway, stopped along the road to look at the creek, watching the water rush by. She tripped and fell in and drowned, died, just stopping to look at nature's beauty. You don't know what's going to kill you. And usually people go when it's their time for some reason. I had to say that count for the COVID. Pollution levels are down. Yeah. Oh, and look, have you seen any chemtrails? I don't think I've seen any airplanes flying the last few days. I mean, there aren't even people flying from state to state. It's like the airports must be big parking lots for airplanes. 1.3 million a year die from highway fatalities. So that's over 100,000 a month. 12 months would be 1.2 million if it was 100,000. So it's a little more than 100,000 a month. And so 25%, that means 20, about 30,000 people didn't die in a car wreck because of the virus, and 30,000 people have died from the virus. So we break even. I was watching a police chase video. It was one in Seattle, I guess. It was a woman cop driving, and I'm expecting. Oh man, she's on this guy's ass. She's gonna, and so she's after the guy. She's the first one behind him, and all the other cops coming the other way. You know, and the one guy's, I'm gonna whip around here, and the guy went to turn around. He couldn't make his turn, and she T-boned him and sent her to the hospital. Because the cop cutting off the other cop put the other cop in the hospital. It's like, well, I hope he got suspended for that shit. I was going down in Fremont, California, my hometown, and I was going down Fremont Boulevard. It's 3 lanes each way with the center divide and frontage roads, and it was dark, and I'm coming down, and all of a sudden this car comes out of the other side with no lights on, no lights at all, no headlights, no, and hooks a U-turn right in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes and skid. It was a cop, and then as after I skidded and almost crashed into his car, he turns on all his lights and shit. Speeds off. Wish I had a dash cam then. I would have gone down to City Hall. Who is this guy? This idiot tried to kill me. Yeah, I need a back rub. My back's killing me. That next meeting will be the last. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like 2 hours and 42 minutes. Let all you guys, let all 20 of you go. Sucks. Not in Utah. Not in Utah. No. Yeah. The treasure's not in Utah, and they trying to say this guy died searching for Forrest Fenn's treasure. No, he doesn't qualify. Utah's a disqualifier. Yep. Later, J.A. You should do some live streams sometime, J.A. You say cool stuff. You know how to say stuff. I took his book. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll read his book again. Find some more stuff that I haven't read it for a few months. All right. Y'all have a good night. A good weekend. I'll be back Sunday afternoon. 3 o'clock. Now I might go, if everybody else keep streaming every day of the week. There's people that stream every day of the week. That's a mental issue. I know better than to come back on tomorrow. I just did one tonight. I don't have a lot to talk about tonight. It ain't gonna help to do one tomorrow. But I might switch to doing streams at midnight or early in the morning Sunday, or right after church. Okay. All right. Have a good one, Ganesh. Captain Marvel and Jason and everybody, Rockfish, Big Whoopi. Big Whoopi went to bed. Look at the maps, illustrations, but yeah, look at all that stuff. But there are things in his stories that, like I said, the teacher waking him up at his desk. That's a drawing that wasn't in the book. That's on the canyon wall, and the Clovis Point and the ribs of the mammoth. That's on the canyon wall too. It's actually right alongside the road. Your knits, your knits, you knit. I didn't know you knit. Yep. Adios, Jason. Bye bye. I hit the button. I hit the button. I'll hit it again.